from the blockhouse, or at least to induce them to open the door. "No, no, no," said Mabel hurriedly. "There is no artifice in those sounds, and they come from anguish of body, if not of spirit. They are fearfully natural." "Well, we shall soon see whether a friend is there or not. Hide the light again, Mabel, and I will speak the person from a loop." Not a little precaution was necessary, according to Pathfinder's judgment and experience, in performing even this simple act, for he had known the careless slain by their want of proper attention to what might have seemed to be the ignorant supererogatory means of safety. He did not place his mouth to the loop itself, but so near it that he could be heard without raising his voice, and the same precaution was observed as regards his ear. "Who is below?" Pathfinder demanded, when his arrangements were made to his mind. "Is any one in suffering? If a friend, speak boldly, and depend on our aid." "Pathfinder," answered a voice that both Mabel and the person addressed at once knew to be the Sergeant's. "Pathfinder, in the name of God, tell me what has become of my daughter."
"Father, I am here, unhurt, safe, and oh, that I could think the same of you!" The ejaculation of thanksgiving that followed was distinctly audible to the two, but it was clearly mingled with a groan of pain. "My worst forebodings are realized," said Mabel with a sort of desperate calmness. "Pathfinder, my father must be brought within the block, though we hazard everything to do it."
"This is nature, and it is the law of God. But, Mabel, be calm, and endeavor to be cool. All that can be effected for the Sergeant by human invention shall be done. I only ask you to be cool." I am, Pathfinder. Never in my life was I more calm, more collected, than at this moment. But remember how perilous may be every instant. For heaven's sake, what we do, let us do without delay." Pathfinder was struck with the firmness of Mabel's tones, and perhaps he was a little deceived by the forced tranquillity and self-possession she had assumed. At all events, he did not deem any further explanations necessary, but descended forthwith and began to unbar the door. This delicate process was conducted with the usual caution, but, as he warily permitted the mass of timber to swing back on the hinges, he felt a pressure against it that had nearly induced him to close it again. But, catching a glimpse of the cause through the crack, the door was permitted to swing back, when the body of Sergeant Dunham, which was propped against it, fell partly within the block. To draw in the legs and secure the fastenings occupied the Pathfinder but a moment. Then there existed no obstacle to their giving their undivided care to the wounded man. Mabel, in this trying scene, conducted herself with a sort of unnatural energy that her sex, when aroused, is apt to manifest. She got the light, administered water to the parched lips of her father, and assisted Pathfinder in forming a bed of straw for his body and a pillow of clothes for his head. All this was done earnestly and almost without speaking, nor did Mabel shed a tear until she heard the blessings of her father murmured on her head for this tenderness and care. All this time Mabel had merely conjectured the condition of her parent. Pathfinder, however, had shown greater attention to the physical danger of the Sergeant. He had ascertained that a rifle ball had passed through the body of the wounded man, and he was sufficiently familiar with injuries of this nature to be certain that the chances of his surviving the hurt were very trifling, if any. End of chapter.